Hello, garden lovers. Well, we are at the brink of spring. It'll be here any day now. And some would argue here in Southern California that it's already here. And today we're going to go around the garden and share what we've been growing in the winter months and what we're getting ready to grow in the next few weeks in our different growing areas. Some areas have some beautiful color, and boy, this place is going to be full of color in a few months. And some areas are still sleeping with compost on top, getting ready for the upcoming growing season. Here we have the beautiful Allison Dreams. This guy is ready to eat. We also have my favorite Kellogg's Breakfast. Let me get rid of that leaf. Delicious Kellogg's Breakfast. Love that guy on a bacon sandwich. Here we have some big beefs. Some more Allison Dreams. And we've got a couple of smaller big beefs and some husky cherries ripening on the windowsill. We've got a bunch of pepper and chili plants in the greenhouse. All these guys were started from seed, and they're getting ready to be moved into their permanent growing locations in a few weeks. And if you love peppers and chilies, we grow so many varieties every year, and we share all of the details on how to get delicious peppers and chilies, get really large harvests, and the same with tomatoes. These beautiful guys. These are the Indigo cherry drops. So most of the food that's growing is growing in this main garden area. And if you've seen our past videos, you know that we grow an edible landscape, so we have food growing all over the place, but I will start here. In this 4x8 bed, we have some purple cabbages growing, and we've got some lettuce in there. We've got some volunteer garlic popping up. The strawberries grow and just travel. They just crawl along the base of the 4x8 bed. So lots of strawberries will be popping up out of there. This is the Italian dandelion, some of the girls' favorite food. Hi, Betty. You want some Italian dandelion? Yummy. It's pretty bitter, but very high in vitamin C. And we have placed these containers in the ground about halfway down where we'll be growing potatoes. The idea is to have the container down in the earth so that the root base stays nice and moist and cool. There's a great video by a grower, I believe he's in the UK. Not exactly sure, but I'll attach his video link in the description. He has some great videos where he compares growing in these containers, 10-gallon containers, versus growing in trenches. And the yields he gets growing in containers is amazing. So you definitely want to check that video out. Looks like some flowers are starting to pop up in here. That's a baby sunflower. We've got some bunching onions in the middle, and some heads of lettuce placed between all of the cabbage heads. Since that last clip, we got a ton of rain. It's amazing. Got the purple cabbage heads covered to protect them from all the aphids, those little butterflies coming along and laying eggs. And we just get it secured with these little stakes. Holds it down perfectly, because it is a nightmare when those aphids get in the center of your cabbage heads. They totally ruin the formation of the heads. And here is our first little potato sprout popping up. It's going to be so fun to see how the potatoes do this year growing in these berry containers. All right, so this is our green chili bed. You can see the water puddled all along the walkway. We got a ton of rain. Let's see here. This was empty before our storm. Oh, awesome. So we got an inch of rain. By the way, we're getting our store set up. It's called Rustic Gems, and we're going to be selling pieces like this water gauge. So once that's finished, I'll make sure to share that with you guys. And like I was saying, this bed, we grow all of our green chilies in. We get hundreds every year, but in the winter months, it has lots of bunching onions. And Jet's wondering if I'm going to feed him some. You can't have onions, buddy. We've got some nasturtiums started. This is the 1,000-head kale. Lots of kale in here, lots of mustards. Got some poppies. Those just seeded themselves. I did not plant those in there. And this is a weed. Got to remove him. Get that out of there. Whenever dandelions seed themselves in our bed, we leave them because the girls love to eat dandelions. Over here we have some overgrown kohlrabi, very overgrown, but the greens are absolutely delicious. Back there we have some black magic kale. Everything is just kind of going crazy, but in a few weeks all these guys are going to be cut out of here and the peppers are going to move in. Back behind me in this bed we have more kale, of course, more bunching onions. Looks like we have some rat activity. Darn it. Someone's been in here eating the strawberries. And it's definitely either a rat or a possum, but I think the possums like to eat more of the little grubs and stuff, but I think they do like to eat fruit too. So the strawberries are starting. Back here we have lots of burpy bib heads of lettuce. Very young, just starting out. All of those beautiful white flowers are cilantro gone into seed. Got our first nasturtium flower. A little bit of color. Here we have some Sierra heads of lettuce. Got the scarlet kale. I love the scarlet kale. More bunching onions. We always have bunching onions all over the place. There is some dinosaur kale. We also have kale all over the place. This is the Rosa. It's very bitter, but it's a great addition to a salad, and plus the chicks love that green as well. Here we have the Italian dandelions growing at the base of all the raised beds. Got some more black magic kale. And here are some heads of lettuce. This is the green star. Beautiful, beautiful head of lettuce. Nice frilly green. Delicious. This beauty is the Lennox, and that is from Baker Creek. Gorgeous lettuce variety. Come around here. Some more nasturtium just starting out. Got some Asian greens that have gone into seed. Here's some more mustards, young mustards. Some wild mustard greens. And some more burpy bib and Rosa. Back there, our grapevine. huge, huge grapevine, covers the entire wall, is sleeping, but in a few weeks, that guy is going to cover the entire wall with beautiful grapevine leaves and bunches of grapes. This area is going to be all potatoes. It's getting ready to plant potato seeds, just waiting for them to deliver. A few weeks away. Here is some more heads of lettuce, young burpee bibs, and you can see here this little trench. It's from all the rain we got. It comes off of the eaves, just pours down, so I make sure when I'm planting to plant it further out so that the plants don't get damaged. Here's some Red Cross. This whole area is going to be, as I mentioned, potatoes, and we'll be adding some beautiful pole beans in between the containers, so they'll climb up all along this little trellis. We've got some cleaning up to do. We've got some cosmos that need to be removed. Trim back all of this. Oh, look who is waking up. This is our weeping Santa Rosa plum. And here, all the little blossoms. I love, love this time of year. Everything is waking up. It's just the start of so much beauty. This Santa Rosa plum we are growing in the corner of our property up against the building. So we just keep the back of the tree pruned. Got a little trimming to do today, but that way the branches stay off the building and we kind of grow it in a trellis fashion. It's just huge and beautiful. Here is a huge basil bush, just thousands of seeds in there. Gonna harvest a bunch of seeds, and this basil bush was growing in the direct sun, and we had temperatures last summer well into around 110, at least for a few days, and the basil just loved it. Out of all the plants that were suffering from the heat, this basil bush just loved it. So we will be planting this basil variety in the direct sun. The bees love it, the birds love it. I love the smell. And it's wonderful with all the high temperatures we get in Southern California to have some beautiful plants that can take that intense heat. Here is another whiskey barrel, succession planting our lettuce. Always want to have lots of heads of lettuce growing everywhere. And our beautiful apple tree. Starting to get little baby apples. Let me find a beautiful apple blossom. Gorgeous. All right, gonna head over to a couple of our other growing locations and then try to rush through the rest of this garden tour. Again, our garden tour in a couple of months, probably June or July, will be very in-depth, the varieties that we're growing in all of our growing areas. But as you can see, some of them are still sleeping. This bed is going to have lots of different cucumbers. The bed behind it is going to be corn. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Got lots to share with you in the upcoming months. Gonna grab a bunching onion to snack on and head over to another part of the garden. These guys are beautiful Italian bunching onions. And all along this area we'll be growing melons, cantaloupes. This is the outskirts of our little mini orchard. It's hard to see because most of the trees are very young, but back there we have apricot, nectarine. Actually, we have a couple of apricots. We got a couple young apricots that we planted last year, some plums, apples, citrus. Most of these guys are still sleeping. They'll be waking up very soon. There's my shadow. Hello, everybody. And over here, some beautiful, beautiful mustards. Wow. Look at the incredible color on these guys. So delicious. Perfect for lettuce wraps. These hollyhocks are a beautiful crimson color. They're starting to grow tall. Some more mustards, just gorgeous. I believe these mustards are the dragon tongue. And right behind this growing area, we are growing our garlic for the year. These guys got planted mid-November, and it's time to get them fed with some organic fertilizer. We can never have too much garlic. There's a lot of garlic growing here, but none of it will go to waste, and it's going to be super fun to make a garlic braid. I'll be sharing that video probably around summertime. Over here, we have another raised bed in front of our cattle panel greenhouse. I'll attach a link in the upper right-hand corner if this design is of interest to you. And in this bed, we have all along the center some leeks just starting out. Little heads of lettuce growing everywhere. All of these little baby onions are the expression. A large yellow onion with long storage capabilities. Got some Swiss chard back there. A bunch of young dinosaur kales all along this front area. And back there, some radishes. Time to get some radishes started and seeded very soon. This one is the, let's see here. Oh, here's the tag. Cayenne Bravo. What a beautiful radish. All right, now we'll head into the cattle panel greenhouse. Love growing in this design. I'll attach a link in the upper right-hand corner of the video on how to build this cattle panel greenhouse if you're interested. It's amazing and beautiful. In this container, we have a Sweet 100 that we just got planted. We love the Sweet 100s. It should be called Sweet 1000 because, or Sweet Thousands. It gets thousands of cherry tomatoes, small, delicious, sweet cherry tomatoes. And we're just going to let this guy grow wild. He's going to get huge, and just let him kind of spill out over the container. It's a very large container. It's going to look absolutely beautiful in front. So this greenhouse right now is nice and cozy in here. Got some lettuce going into seed. Got some heads of lettuce. Got some little seedlings, nice and warm and cozy in here. Lots of kohlrabi greens. That smells delicious, huh, buddy? Got some black magic kale back there. Love that variety. And we're getting ready to get some cucumbers transplanted. Let's see here. This guy, yep. He's got a little cucumber already growing, and this is the beta alpha that was in the greenhouse. Get these guys transplanted this weekend, and we'll start succession planting our cucumbers in here. So it's all cleared out. Does have some beets growing, a little bit of lettuce, but from here on out it's going to be cucumbers and pepper plants. Got some mushrooms. Wow, those are very, very cute. More heads of lettuce growing. We pop little lettuce starts in all over the place. Some carrots, cilantro. The cilantro is going into seed. So we'll get that out and move in a bunch of peppers and cucumbers. And then once it really warms up, we'll be taking off the poly taken off the back door and the front door, and then it will be nice open trellis where all the cucumbers will grow up and climb. Be absolutely beautiful and delicious. Just pop out here, grab a cucumber. Definitely want to hit the subscribe button because come probably June, it's going to be so fun to see the cucumbers hanging from this trellis design. Hey Salt! Hey Pep! You girls are looking beautiful! Come on out in the sun. I'll go get you guys some kale. Over in this bed is where all the girls' greens grow. Got kale, the scarlet kale, 1,000-head kale. This is the first season growing the 1,000-head kale. So beautiful and huge. And I'm going to try to speed up here. This is going on too long. A little bit more color. These beautiful calendula. They were all so gorgeous. The rain kind of beat them up a bit. And lots of seeds. Gonna have lots and lots of seeds from these beauties. Since we just had the rain, everything is closed up. And here is some jalapenos. Give them a little shake. Got some blossoms, so we just come around and shake them up a bit. Make sure they get fertilized. There we go. Whoops. Some jalapenos. Yummy. Could never have too many peppers. Close this guy back up. Can never have too many peppers, tomatoes, garlic, onions. Can never have too much of that delicious food. And this bed is getting ready to be prepared. This beautiful, got an ant crawling on me, beautiful sunflower planted itself, and unfortunately it's going to get dug up this weekend right before the flower opens. This is the last remaining bed that we have to get the wire mesh installed in. If you've seen last year's garden tour, this was the bed that the gopher got into, started eating our onions. Looks like we got a volunteer onion popping up. And he started taking out all of our big beef tomato plants. It was horrible. But we got that all taken care of. Got wire mesh installed in all of our raised beds. This is the last one, so got to dig up all the soil. Unfortunately, I hate to do that because it's got a great network of microbial life in there right now, but this will be the last time that we have to do this. Get all the dirt removed, install the wire mesh, replace the dirt, probably put some worm castings, some compost in there, and then this is going to be the tomato bed again. We'll be growing big beefs in here, Kellogg's breakfasts, and lots of pepper plants. Some more color. So this is in front of our compost area, and you can see all of the sunflowers popping up like crazy. This beautiful, beautiful sunflower. So here we are. It's March 10th. And we already have these beautiful sunflowers popping up. Over here is our combination cherry tree, very young. All along here are new blueberry bushes. This was another bed that the gopher was wreaking havoc in. We installed gopher barriers and planted a bunch of blueberries. So this whole row is going to be lots and lots of blueberry bushes. See here, all the blueberry blossoms. And we mulch with our Christmas tree from this last season. We just cut up the branches, place them on top of the soil, and as they decompose, blueberry bushes love pine needles. In here is asparagus. Got to get this cleaned out, but already some asparagus popping up. Love asparagus. And all along here we've got blackberries, just young ones starting out. And I saw some berries. Here they are. Could never have too many berries. And right behind me is our little mini orchard. Here we have the citrus salad, many types of citrus, orange, lemon, pink lemonade. All along the ground here, we are doing a no-dig. Just piled on some great compost and soil, and this is where all the watermelons are going to grow. All along this area, under the fruit trees. Got some artichoke plants. Got more artichokes to transplant. The irises are starting to wake up. They're going to be beautiful, tall purple irises. And here we have a blood orange, tangelo. All of these guys are very, very young. As I mentioned before, our property has a couple of apricots, a few plums, a couple of apples, lots and lots of citrus. And over here is one of my favorite areas that I don't even maintain. It just does what it wants. See here, this tree collard. It's so beautiful and delicious, and it's part of the chicks' food also. Back there we got young blueberry bushes, and this whole area is where arugula just seeds itself. Do have to come in here and get some of this grass pulled. It doesn't normally have this much grass. But all the weeds are starting to pop out. So the arugula just grows wild. Got some nasturtium in there, some poppies, and these blueberry plants are a couple of years old. Got them pruned very heavily this year. They're sending out lots of new shoots all over. So this guy is gonna probably double in size this year. And in a couple of years, we are gonna have so many blueberries. Can never have too many berries. We just get them frozen and in smoothies, breakfast smoothies, yummy. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Garden tours can go on for a very long time. And I didn't hit up most of the areas because everything is still sleeping. It's actually starting to wake up, but the garden tour in a couple of months is gonna be a full garden tour of all of the fruit trees, awake and beautiful, producing fruit, lots and lots of tomato varieties that we're growing, lots and lots of pepper varieties. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. All right, that's it for now. I just can't get enough of these beautiful dragon tongue mustards. Gosh, so gorgeous. Let me see if I could capture some of this color. All right, remember, something doesn't come from nothing. I hope you guys enjoy your week and enjoy your garden.